What's up, YouTube? Mike B back here again. Trying to clean up this buggy a little bit. Gotta change some pills real quick tonight. I guess I'll talk about I guess this last week's racing. Wasn't too bad. I thought I was gonna do better actually than what I did. I'm on the computer back there. I'm upload or taking the video from the camera, then I can upload it. So you have last week's or last night's races. Wasn't too bad, really. And qualify. I wanted to get 15 laps on my qualifier. That didn't work. I got there's so many fast guys. I gotta figure out where I am losing. I mean, I know the mess ups and things like that, but I have to figure out where I can get more speed. The buggy's fast. I loosened it up over on Sunday. I went and practiced, and I loosened it up with I loosened the shocks up quite a bit. I went back to Associated. I put whites all around, and I was like, that's not too bad. Whites all around. And I got real good weight transfer, which is what you're looking for. And traction, stuff like that. And then a lighter buggy like that. You need to go lighter springs, so I was pulling good laps. Real good laps, man. I was stoked. I couldn't wait to try it. I honestly couldn't. I couldn't wait to show up and be like, yeah, I'm going to get back into the qualifying for the A mains and all this kind of stuff. And didn't quite happen. So, I'm going to make a slight, not a slight, I'm going to remove some toe in the back because I don't think on that track I need so much. I'm not going to remove a lot of it. I'm going to go to 2.5 and no anti-squat, which I think will be just peachy. Because I don't need anti-squat either. I need some centers. Where are my centers? But I gotta get a new camera for YouTube. And I gotta get a mic stand because my wife wants to use what I have this microphone hooked up to. She wants to get rid of it. And I do whatever my wife says because that allows me to buy so much RC crap that it would blow your mind. Oh, there's another center. I put all my pills in the same thing, which I probably shouldn't do because some of these cars need pills and blah, 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 blah. But if I sell them, I mean, people can buy pills. I don't really. It's not like they're super duper expensive. So I qualified for the B main. it was okay. Start was kind of rough. All the starts are kind of rough. I went in just wanting to. This was my goal. I always want to do 15 laps. Oh gosh. Always want to do 15 laps. And gosh, that pill is in there. Good Lord. And so I shoot for that goal. Is that down and out? Yeah, it is. All right. So my goal this week was to not be last after the first lap of whatever mean that I make it into. And I did that in the B. I did not do that in the A. I pulled off in the A. That was a fucking disaster. I'm trying not to cuss as much anymore too. That was a disaster. The A main. I mean, I try not to drive. I don't even think. I think the camera shut off. I didn't have a lot of battery. In my left on my camera because I had to race. So I had to run back to the pits to get my car. And I ran a like just a wet brush over my tires because I didn't get to clean my tires. I didn't get to look at the car. I did get it almost fully charged. I think it was, if it wasn't fully charged, it was pretty close. That kind of crap is annoying when you're trying to have fun on a Wednesday night and the race tech is like, hey, the mod guys deserve to go last. And it's like, fucking, why? It doesn't make any sense. You could have put the mod guys before the sportsmen and given the guys that bumped, because he put all the sportsman races next to each other, which was a pain. And it wasn't our regular guy. It wasn't CJ. It was a different guy. I don't know his name. He doesn't know mine. I don't know his. That's how it goes. But I digress. The A main, I did not make it through the first lap without being last. I was definitely last. And I just kept traction rolling in the roller coaster area. Very bad. It didn't happen all day Sunday. It didn't happen in the races, the B main. It didn't happen in any of the races. I had some serious bite up in the corner of the track there. Rolled it 3 times before I took it off. I'm like, no. Because and then he did a 7-minute A main for some reason. We didn't get a 7-minute main in the 4-wheel drive, which would have been, kind of cool. But oh no, it was only a 7-minute main for the 2-wheel drive. For some reason, I wasn't gonna sit out there for 7 minutes with no one to race. There was nobody to race. I would have been trying to get out of people's way, and when I could have raced them, I would have been messing with them and all that kind of happy horse crap. So this should move 0.5 degrees of toe and give me no anti-squat, which is what we're looking for here. I don't need anti-squat on this track, I don't think. It's too tight. So we'll see. I think I'll keep the I got whites in the back, greens in the front. And it gives me, if you look at the video, if you watch the races, it gives good like weight transfer, and I get good. I'm hooked up. I just not driving good. which is kind of hard to say, but you got to be realistic. Like when I watch it, I'm like, oh, I should be. Like I don't get comfortable. Like I don't really start pushing my car and don't really start driving till like 2 minutes into a race, and then it's like, oh yeah, I remember. Stay on throttle around the turn. Stay on throttle here. Stay on throttle. It's just like, come on, Michael. You gotta. I gotta settle in far before halfway through a race. But that, and I need to quit cussing as much because some of y'all don't like cussing. I don't want to piss off some people. My 4-wheel drive, man. I don't know. Some of you maybe haven't driven a 4-wheel drive before, but man, it is a fun class. It's fun. I broke my steering. I broke the steering on it on Sunday, and I went and I bought this aluminum or titanium freaking steering rack. And since I've used that, I pop off ball cups left and right. Ball cups, and people are like, well, you need to replace your ball cups. I'm like, I have to put those ball cups back on with a pair of pliers. It's not like they're incredibly loose. I mean, you don't want play in your steering with loose ball cups and stuff like that. But these aren't popping off of my steering because of them being loose ball cups. Are popping off of the steering because it's not a very good design. Once again, trying not to cuss. It's not a good design, in my opinion. And I really like this class. I have zero luck with it. Like I have with this vehicle, with this 4-wheel drive buggy. I rewired this all day yesterday, or in the morning, a couple hours in the morning. I rewired the ESC. I took it out of the truck, which is now a roller. I took it out of that, put it in here to work instead of the stock ESC. I was able to adjust some things on here, like the throttle. You can adjust the brake and all that kind of stuff in the ESC, and I was able to get that all situated. And I got this fan mount was given to me by the Hunter brothers, Bill and Brian. Bill is super fast dude. Brian's a real cool dude. They gave me that fan mount. They 3D printed it. It's pretty gangster. Works really well. Goes right where the stock screw is. And buggy was fine, except for, I mean, if I hit a pipe, like I cannot hit a pipe without this front ball cup coming off, because it's underneath the steering. I don't know if you have a version 2. Maybe I don't have it hooked up right. There's no instructions for it. I just put it onto the car the way that I saw on the internet. I just need to get a different 4-wheel drive. I need a different 4-wheel drive. Maybe even another 64. I mean, it's not that bad of a vehicle, man. It's just sometimes when you buy things, maybe it's just me, but when you buy vehicles, like if I have my wife makes fun of me about this, but if I have a car, and let's say the transmission goes out on it, instead of fixing the transmission, which would be normally a much cheaper way to go, I would rather, because it broke, in my mind it's gonna break again, so I'd rather just buy a whole new car. And she makes fun of me about it, but I know she doesn't mind it, because that means she gets a new car. But it's stuff like that. And since I first got this buggy running, this B64 running, I've had nothing but bad luck with it. It's a good vehicle, and maybe it was meant for somebody else to run with, somebody else to drive. You know, maybe it's that person would have a lot more fun with it than I have. Maybe I need to move on to a different vehicle. That's what I'm feeling, because I do all right. I mean, I'm not an expert class driver. I'm a sportsman, dude. But even at that, you want to win every once in a while, or finish at the top, or you know what I mean. You gotta know what I mean. So I think I'm gonna turn it into a roller. My truck's my T6.1 is almost a roller. I need to get one part for it that I needed to take off of it to put onto my B6.1. Well, once that's taken care of, that'll be a roller, and I think I'm gonna put that up for sale. And I think I'm gonna put this 64 up for sale. I think I'm gonna follow Jared Tebow and get a Tekno. There's a guy at our track, Carlos Gonzalez. He drives one. They look really nice. Everybody tells me they're really nice. I think I'll go that route and build it and check it out. I mean, can't get any worse, I don't think. And at the end of the day, if you aren't having fun, like if I'm not having fun with this 64, man, I got to find a way to have fun. It's not too shabby. I mean, it's a good car. I mean, got all the tie rods and stuff, or sway bars and stuff for it, and all that kind of stuff. But here, see, I didn't. That screw's loose. Things like this, I gotta check out when I'm in the pits. Gotta make a habit of checking this stuff. But anyways, that was I won the B main. That was cool. My wife had gotten me some earbuds. The guys were giving me crap about these earbuds, but I think that calmed me down when I get up there, and I was able to drive pretty well with the earbuds in. I'd seen another guy up there. I wasn't wearing them, and then I saw John Henry put some in before he went up there. John Henry's a good dude, so I put mine in and listen to some music, just enough so you can hear it and still hear what's going on. It was a good time, but won the B main, sucked in the A main on the 4-wheel drive because the ball cup came off, and that was my race night. Changed the pills. I should probably look into setups for this 64, but the way it is, man, I just don't want to do it. I mean, it already drives really good when it stays together. But like I said, maybe it's meant for somebody else. Somebody else can have a blast running it. It's a fun little car. So, hope everybody's doing good. Thank you for subscribing if you're a subscriber. If not, subscribe. I'm going to try and do more of these videos. My buddy Paul tells me I got to do some videos of cars at the track and all this kind of stuff. So I gotta do more of that stuff. I think you guys would like that, seeing some of the guys that I race with. We have a good time when we're racing. We get on each other. I mean, all of us sportsmen guys, we pretty much sit around one another. So when you hear me say in a video, like, "Oh, Robert, I was faster," Robert would say the same thing to me if I did the same to him. I mean, we sit next to each other. Don't think that when we're yelling at each other that we're really, that's just how guys are. Boys will be boys. Oh, you're not allowed to say it. you just get competitive. So when you hear us, and we know we shouldn't run into each other when we do and when we don't and all that kind of stuff. We're men. You can talk to one another. You know, I mean, if you hear us, we try and keep each other in check. I mean, because if we don't keep each other in check and hold ourselves accountable for the way that we drive, how are we going to move up? Because the goal in this is you do want to end up trying to go to expert. You do want to get better. You don't just want to stay at the same level of competition. You want to constantly try and get better. You want to learn how to set up your cars so they do what you want them to do. You don't want to have to use other people's setups and try and learn how to drive their car. There's so many things you can adjust on these cars now that it's phenomenal, and you have to learn it all. So if you hear us yelling at each other or giving each other a hard time up there, believe me, we get along. It may not sound good, but we sit by each other, and by the end of the night, we're still talking to one another, and we're living the dream. All right. So if you don't subscribe, give me a thumbs up, all that kind of jazz. I guess that stuff helps. I wouldn't know. I've never really asked for subscribers. If you enjoy watching my races, I put up more races than helpful videos. If you guys want to see anything specific on my vehicles, just let me know. If you want to buy a T6.1, cheaper than it's all built. It's built pretty well. It has a set of extra springs too for the rear. 2 sets of tires. No body though. Keeping that body's trash. You wouldn't want that body. I've crashed that truck so many times. It's never broke. Thank God. So yeah, it's got all titanium steering rack steering. The servo horn, it's all aluminum, not titanium. Good Lord, aluminum. It's a nice truck. I gotta figure out a price for it. If you got an idea for what I should sell a rarely used T6.1 with 2 sets of tires and an aluminum steering, let me know, and then I'll put it up for sale. Maybe when you buy it or something. So y'all have a good one. Have fun racing. Wrench on your cars. It'll alleviate some stress. Make sure that you're cleaning your stuff. You don't want to look like a slob when you're out there, right? So thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. Thumbs up, subscribe, all that kind of goofy stuff. All right? And don't mind, it's my bed back there. My wife moved my bed around. And that's my cat way over there. He's cool. Peace out.